not.
I mean,
Error buying games on.
okay, let's start it.
Okay.
Hey guys, you're listening to the LadCast. It's the lads podcast. Apparently, I'm getting just 0 frames a second on this. Okay.
Oh, that's what you want. That's
Yeah,
exactly what you need.
that's what you want. 60 frames a second on YouTube can go suck itself. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's not even like 5 seconds in, I'm already nearly crying.
God damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna put a normal map. Anyway, yeah, I'm not playing multiplayer. I'm just gonna play this by myself because Anzac doesn't want to play, and Steam's screwing him over. Anyway,
Yeah, it is.
So introduce yourself, Anzac.
Well, they know me as Biscuit because,
Biscuit.
you know, that's the name I use.
His
And,
persona.
you've just ruined it now by telling them my real name, and
No,
now
it's
they
alright.
think that I'm a downy person.
It's just Anzac. It's okay.
Yeah, with an
it's-
E. Make sure you do it with an E.
or an I. Either way works. So,
Wait, with an I? I'm gonna type that in the chat and see what it looks like.
It's A-N-Z.
Oh, that looks even
I-C-K.
worse.
It's and you could change it to N sick, and then you'd be sick, like fully sick, like
Oh, I'm actually
like a-
down for that.
like
As
a
long as
Commodore.
as long as you put like the like A and the N lowercase and then have sick in like full capitals.
Yeah.
Okay, like this. That's what you want. That's what you want right there. Oh, okay, this is legit bullshit. I'm hating Steam and I'm hating my life right now. Ah, bullshit.
Is it? Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
I need to log out of Origin quickly because it's doing crap to my stuff.
Well, okay. Well,
Did
while
actually
you're
do
doing that,
Oh, I'm in.
I'm- okay, you're in.
What's
So
happening? Okay, everything's
That's
open. Okay, good. So yeah, I'm Kyle. I don't have an internet persona because you can call me level 99 woodcutter, or just
Yeah,
woodcutter
that's-
for short.
yeah, or just wood because that's what he has all the time. Help!
Or you can call me Cutter.
I don't think they want to call you anything. They're just gonna like they're gonna skip over this entire part.
You can call me Carver because I've always liked that name.
Have
Juan.
you?
You can call me Juan.
What? And then you can teach me how to garden.
Anyway, any name will do. Juan is preferred. That's Juan. But yeah, you're listening to the LadCast. It's us doing a podcast because, well, quite frankly, we like doing podcasts. We like discussing things, and we often get into heated debates. So we figured, what better place to just outlet all of our rage than on the internet?
Yeah, because that's where all the rage goes. Because
Fuck.
people behind computers are strong, apparently.
Fuck you, internet.
Yeah,
Anyway,
from the side as well. Like you'll never see it coming.
yeah. It's. I'm not even gonna describe it.
No, you need to describe it.
No, because they'll only know it when it's happening.
Yeah, it cannot be described until you experience it for yourself.
Anyway, so yeah, basically, what are we going to talk about today? And Zick, or Biscuit?
Yes, Biscuit. I'm fairly sure I'll go with that.
Okay.
Stop confusing.
I'm gonna
Stop
fig-
confusing the world stuff.
I'm going to forget at least 8 more times. So
Yeah, you are, and then we're gonna have this conversation, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, they're so stupid. Why don't you get a better podcast going?"
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes.
Man, shout out to the awesome stream highlight video. God, that was funny.
You reckon I should just villager rush, or no? I'm going to do it properly today.
Villager rush it. You know you want to.
Anyway, what's first on the agenda? Was it GTA 5?
Yeah, it was GTA 5 being banned.
Oh, GTA. Well, it's not banned per se. Basically, GTA 5 has been taken off the shelves in Target and K-Mart in Australia, which is our country of origin.
Yes, it is.
It's where we live. In case
Yeah.
you didn't know,
I'm fairly sure they would know.
we're Australians.
Yeah,
We live in Australia. Funny
we're not
enough,
bogans though.
I know.
Well, Kyle is. Don't tell him that. Yeah, but
I'm
yeah.
actually hurt.
You can't be hurt by that. If you live in the vicinity of the Bucka Valley,
You do
you're
as
just
well.
a bogan.
No.
Yeah, I know, but I'm proud of it though. There's a difference.
I was born in Canberra. I have class.
No, you don't.
You're right. I don't.
That's where Julia Gillard went to die.
It's diet. No, I'm not going to do that. Sebastian, stop messaging me. Anyway,
Oh yeah, that's Seabass for you. For the
Seabase
viewers.
Alpha Omega 9. Podcast is started. Okay.
Just get him to join halfway through. That's not going to be like jolting to anybody.
Anyway, where were we? We were talking about
Yeah, we're
GTA
talking
5.
about being banned.
So
GTA 5
basically,
being-
what happened is a bunch of old women got onto the internet, change.org to be exact, and they were outraged at the fact that you could attack women in the game. And I mean, sure, it would outrage me as well, because I'm no sexist. I believe in equality and everything like that. Although you wouldn't believe it if you met me.
Just in the back here.
But the thing is, you're not just attacking women in the game. You can attack men, you can attack fish, you can do anything you want. I mean, last I checked, there weren't a bunch of African Americans starting a petition because you had the choice to attack African Americans in the game either. So
Yeah, and that, like, I think if anyone would be angry at this, it'd be the fact that they're making a stereotype of like black people at the start of the game, how they're in a career where you steal things,
yeah,
for a living.
I mean,
Like,
there's a lot of there's a lot for people to be angry at. Yeah.
Yeah, but the community, of the black people see that as a joke, and they know that it's a game where, it pokes fun at that kind of stuff, and it pokes fun at the gangster lifestyle.
They understand it as a work of parody. They understand that it's just entertainment. That's all it is. I mean, the thing about entertainment is, I think Peter Molyneux said it best. If you were to take me into a cinema and just showed me Saw movies, like Saw movie after Saw movie, I would think that the entertainment industry is just sick. That like film is just wrong and stupid, and I'd never watch another film again. But thing is, it's not like that. I mean, there's a lot of different aspects to games. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, but like
you get what I'm trying to say is that
yeah,
it's
it's
not
just
simple.
that like you don't like this is why soccer mums like stay in their in their sports vans and don't cheer on their kids, because usually fights break out, and this is why people don't like to play soccer in our country. Thus,
That's why we've changed it to football recently.
Yes.
Because people get less angry because now they're football.
Yeah,
moms.
and now since the soccer mums have nothing to bitch about like at their kids because they're not out on the like football field, they decide, hang on, we'll bitch at a game they like, which is obviously GTA 5.
Yeah, I mean, if there was going to be any game that this was going to happen to, it was going to have to be GTA 5, and it did happen. I mean, if we didn't have an R rating in Australia, I don't know if we'd even have gotten the full game at all, or if the game would be released at all. But
We wouldn't have got a lot of games this year, actually.
yeah, we wouldn't.
We wouldn't have got Watch Dogs, I'm fairly sure, but most people would be happy about not getting that.
Well, no, it's more the fact that we would like the choice to buy it and then complain about it anyway. So
Yeah, that's really it. Just
But,
the fact that we want to complain.
But yeah, the thing about GTA 5 is that is it really that bad? I mean, was it worth it to be taken off shelves? I mean, Target already made their money because they've been selling the last gen version for a year now anyway, which is the part that really gets me. Is that they've already been selling the game for a year and they just take it off shelves now.
It's really it's super confusing, because the fact that they've been selling it for a year in like all their stores Australia wide, and they've been making like heaps of money off it because they had like it just a little bit lower than like EB Games and GameStop and all those other places that we have over here. Do we have GameStop over here?
No, that
Anyway.
GameStop is EB Games.
Ah, yeah, because they changed the name.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's just really confusing when they bring out the Xbox One version that they decide, hang on, we just don't want to release this game anymore because it's in first person, and for some reason that just messes them up. When in actual fact, it's a toggle first person thing. God,
It's a toggle,
damn
damn it!
it is.
Why don't you understand?
Why do you not understand? You don't have to play the game in that if you don't want to.
The thing is, you have the choice to. It's like but the thing is, the game is about freedom. But like, you don't have to attack women. You don't have to set them on fire and do all that stuff, because the thing is, it's just a freedom game. You can do anything you want there. Like, you could go skydiving if you want. You can play the entire game without killing any, or you couldn't because the campaign involves it. But you could play the entire game without. I'm being attacked. But yeah, you could play the entire game.
Speaking from experience, there are achievements in that game where you have to do the Strangers and Freaks missions, and some of the Stranger and Freaks missions are like literally just skydiving, or just doing bicycle races, or following a dog for a certain amount of time. Just little things that that have no violence in them whatsoever. And then you got other missions which kind of are a bit violent, But considering that, that it's about the gangster lifestyle and stuff, you kind of come to expect that.
Well, I guess the thing is, the game is rated R18 plus. That
Yeah,
means
so that does
kids
come with
don't
the
play
thing.
it. I mean,
Yeah, hashtag 12 is.
you've got parents out there who are complaining that this game is warping the minds of children. Why don't you not let your kids play the game? I mean South Park, as hard it is to think about it, South Park does have good social commentary in most of their shows and movies and everything. They do have
It's just conveniently hidden.
in poop jokes and shit. But
Wow.
South Park did it right in the Bigger, Longer, Uncut movie, where it's just censorship, really. I mean, the thing is, if something is inappropriate for kids, maybe you shouldn't let your kids see that. Maybe you should have more control, be a better parent. And I'm not trying to call anyone a bad parent, because I'm sure the majority of parents in this country wouldn't let 11-year-old Johnny, what's his face, Xbox gamer. That's his name. That's his live gamer tag. But I'm sure most parents would not let their kids play a game like GTA 5 simply because it has that big black label on it saying R18 plus.
I heard Big Black and I was just like so close to laughing.
God damn it.
I'm
But,
sorry, I'm reading about Steam support and that's all I heard, and it just got weird really quickly.
God damn.
Anyway, continue on your rant.
Oh no, I'm done. That's you're meant to listen to that and give a reply.
Well, I was for about half of it.
I just lost interest. Yeah, I do.
I'm trying to multitask like Steam support along with the fact that I'm trying to argue about the fact that and
Yeah, it doesn't sound easy. Oh man, I'm actually gonna build a logging camp. Not enough wood. Shit. You still there, dude?
yeah, I'm still here. I'm just
Okay.
reading the Steam support.
Okay, well, what do you have to say about it?
Just hold on one second. I'm just reading the Steam support. Keep the viewers entertained.
Okay, well, as you can see, I'm terrible at Age of Empires 2. I mean, if you look at what these guys are doing, they've already got a barracks and a archery. I've got houses. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm too busy talking to talk. I mean, play.
Okay, so going back to the GTA 5 thing. Sorry, reading and I'm talking to people and stuff.
Stop reading.
Okay, I've stopped reading it for now.
Okay.
So I'm basically on board with you about how it's a freedom game, and games are just like movies and stuff. Like, you don't let a child that's say 7 or so years old walk into the horror movie section of a video store and pick out a graphic movie like Hostel or something and just let him watch it, because that's going to scar him. And it's got a restriction there for a reason. So
it's going to
if
have a negative outcome either way.
yeah, it's exactly like the kid's either gonna like it and you're gonna be like, why does he like this, or he's gonna hate it and you're gonna then blame the movie.
What was it? Crap. Yeah, but the thing is about video games. I mean, I understand some of the arguments because video games are interactive. You're not simply the bystander. You're not watching the violence unfold. You're the shit. Fuck off. You are the instigator of that violence. You're the one starting it. You're the one involving yourself in it. So I understand where the argument is coming from, but the thing is, most of us are mature enough to understand, to differentiate between reality and video games from fiction and non-fiction. That's because we're old. We're old enough to understand that. We've matured. We've lived a bit. We've had experience with video games before. We didn't start out with games like Grand Theft Auto. We probably started out with things like Ratchet and Clank and everything, and we got eased into this.
Ratchet and Clank is beautiful.
Yeah, but that's the games your kids should be playing. Games like Ratchet and Clank and everything. You don't just sit.
Yeah, like with that said though, have you seen the new Ratchet and Clank iterations? They're really horrible.
How are they? I thought.
Yeah, like the last one they bring out was really bad, and it was 4-player co-op, and the 4-player co-op had really bad connection issues or something.
Oh, all right. Well, make them play the anniversary edition of the first three, or the remaster.
Oh wait, is that a thing?
Yeah, it's like they got the first.
Oh,
three
BRB
games.
guys, buying a PlayStation 3. Buying a PlayStation 3. Screw your shit. Screw this podcast. I'm going to buy it now.
I'll talk about parenting again because I'm such a skilled and experienced parent. But
Considering this talk has gone on for 15 minutes, I think you should move it on.
just one last thing I want to end on.
Okay, fine.
Parents need to understand video games. That's what needs to happen. I mean, it's all well and good. Well, it's not all well and good. It's just sarcasm. But you can't just buy little Johnny an Xbox One and for Christmas and not understand what you're getting into, because say you buy you can't say you buy little Johnny that Xbox One and he goes off and buys GTA 5. You need to understand what GTA 5 is. You need to understand what's going to be happening in that game. You need to ask yourself, is little Johnny ready for it? And the answer is obviously going to be no, because his little Johnny is like 8.
That was quite mean. Don't think little Johnny needed that.
But I think you have to understand what these games are. Do a little bit of research first, because as hard as it is, society isn't what it used to be. I mean, you used to be able to buy your kid a Nintendo Entertainment System back in the day, and most of the games on that weren't going to be extremely violent. But games are maturing. Games are going through this sort of grey area where we're trying to understand what the entertainment medium of video games is. We're trying to understand what is the limit. And I guess that's a perfect segue onto hatred.
That was the most beautiful segue I've ever heard.
Yeah. So hatred.
I'd like to talk about hatred first, if we could.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what do you have to say about hatred?
So I've seen the trailer for this, and people say it's controversial and stuff. And going back to the GTA 5 thing, it's a game, it's entertainment, it's there have been books and stuff, and movies and things like that literally have no story outside of, it's just like an action movie where people die and there's a mad hero or an anti-hero who is just like, ugh, grumpy, don't have a lot of lines, and just shoots people. Yeah, and that's what this game basically is in a nutshell. It's like Die Hard if it was reversed and he was the evil guy. And even though the gameplay itself looks really terrible, yeah. I think that most people just want to play it because they want to look different, or they just want to have a different type of gameplay experience.
Yeah. Well, I guess my thing is that the thing is, what they're doing is they've created the best advertising system that humanity has ever seen. What they've done is they've created a game so controversial that people don't care if it's going to be good or bad. They're just going to play it because everyone else doesn't want them to play it. You see,
and I am one of those people.
You see it on the news or something. You see Fox News reporting on it saying, controversial game Hatred is about killing innocent people for no good reason, and they're going to absolutely hate it. But someone else is going to get on there and say, I'm going to play it just because you don't want me to. So that's how they're going to generate most of their sales, I think. And that's really clever, but it's also just really shitty. They're basically utilizing... Well, yeah, you go.
Well, considering that is a very smart way of going about it, and it's a mad strat to get people to buy it, myself included. The fact is they got cancelled on Steam Greenlight, wasn't it?
Yeah,
or whatever?
Greenlight. They got taken down.
So that's the biggest PC area that they can go through, and I doubt Origin will let them on. So they're basically gone unless they release a CD version of it.
Well, no, because they got put back up. Gaben came down from his Beverly Hills office.
Please tell us.
Gaben came down from heaven and put Hatred back on Steam and apologized to the developers. Also, there's a monk running across the screen. Hold on, that's not a monk. Sorry.
I feel like that was the perfect time to say that.
Hold on, let me just look at...
I'm going back into the Steam store to see if it's on there.
It's on Greenlight, dude. It's probably going to get accepted. It getting taken off Greenlight was probably the best thing that could ever happen to it, because I didn't even know it was on Greenlight until someone took it down. And
yeah, I feel the same way. I really was in a kind of grayish area with Greenlight and stuff, not really knowing what was on there. And then when I see all the controversial videos on the front of YouTube saying, it's been taken down from Greenlight, I'm like, wow, this is interesting. And then I watch it, thus the fan base is born.
Yep. That's what they were going for, I think. They're relying on the innate nature of mankind as their advertising system. Because, basically what we do, well, basically anyone under the age of 18, us included, what we do is we like to defy authority whenever we can. And
hey, speak for yourself.
And hatred is a perfect way for us to do that. Because no one wants us to play hatred. If I told my dad about hatred, he probably wouldn't let me play it. But the thing, we would probably play it anyway. That's just get out of here, Scout. But hatred has the perfect advertising. It looks like a terrible fucking game. I'm not going to play it just because it looks worse than the first Postal game. But I guess
that's the exact thing. Postal was basically this exact
well, in Postal
formula.
there were hostiles. There were hostiles in Postal, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
I haven't played it. I played Postal 2, but in Postal 1, most of the enemies are actually hostile, like they actually fought back. Whereas in Hatred, you're just going around killing innocent civilians. And again, Postal 1 was really old and low detail, whereas Hatred, it's really up close and in your face, and I can understand it being a really disturbing game. I can understand where people would be coming from if they're saying we don't want people to play this, because it does look really distressing and it does look really disturbing, but it's not our place to say what people can and can't do. I mean, yeah, it's not our place to do that. It's not Steam's place either. Who took it down? I'm trying to find his name because I've forgotten.
Wouldn't it have to go through Gaben's like authority to take it down?
No. Basically, Valve works on this thing where everyone can do what they want. It's a really interesting work base, but
it's called the 12E Initiative.
yeah, that's basically it. Not really. It's like Google, I guess. You know that movie, that movie, The Internship. That's you basically see how Google works and everything. Everyone has their own little jobs and they can do what they want. It's basically Valve works a bit like that. They're really laid back. Well, that's what I heard in the news. But yeah, the marketing, the vice president of marketing, Doug Lombardi, he told Eurogamer that Hatred was removed. Based on what we've seen on Greenlight, we would not publish Hatred on Steam. As such, we'll be taking it down. That was from Doug Lombardi. And Gaben came back down from heaven and said, Doug, you can't do this. We can't just censor what people want.
Then just like he evaporated Doug and like the essence of him turned into the Steam Summer Sale that we are now part of?
Well, we all know that Steam Summer Sales need a sacrifice, so yeah, I'm going to go with that. But,
they do.
I've got a lot of outposts.
Like the sacrifices of our wallets, I tell you that much.
Yeah, that much, yeah. But, so, basically, Steam hasn't really done a lot of that. Steam hasn't done a lot of censorship lately, and it looks like they're not going to do it anymore, but it was interesting to see what Steam could be like. Like, if one of the Steam executives doesn't like a game, they could just take it down that easily. If Gaben wasn't such a nice person, they could really just take down a lot of stuff on Steam. Probably the only reason Postal is up is because Gaben is such a nice person. But, it was really interesting to see. And the question is, should Steam be able to just remove games that they deem... What's the word?
Like, not worthy?
Not worthy,
Well, there's a word there. Like, yeah, better not to, like, dwell on it. I just want to get your opinion on something.
Inappropriate. Games that they deem inappropriate. I'm being attacked.
Oh, inappropriate. That's the complete word. Oh, Carl, what do you think of Notch buying that
the mansion?
The Mad Mansion, and buying it from under the nose of Beyonce and Jay-Z, no less.
I just imagine, when I heard about that, I just imagined a bidding war, and I saw Beyonce and Jay-Z standing there going, 50 million, and then Jay-Z was like, 60 million, and then Notch just sits there with his fedora tipped over his eyes. He looks up.
God.
He looks up, flicks the fedora up, and says, 70 million. Because I can't do a Swedish accent.
Yeah, but you have to imagine it's a mixture of the word. Like, you know how like PewDiePie goes, PewDiePie, like that? Yeah. It was like high, it was high-pitched like that, but so casual. But so casual and nobody looked.
I just imagine the Swedish chef, really, going...
Yeah, except in the coherent word of 80 million or 70 million, whatever it was.
And then you see Jay-Z look at him and go, what?
Man, looks like Jay-Z's got 99 problems and Notch is one.
Oh, that was perfect. Anyway, that was a bit off
I've been
topic.
working on that for so long.
Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, I think it really solidified the gaming industry as a juggernaut in the entertainment business, really. That That says it all about video games now. That
Yeah, it does. Like
that,
an indie developer can make enough money to then
um,
trump both two of the biggest rap stars.
here we go. A middle-aged Swedish man who's also overweight and also wears a fedora managed to outbid
Man,
Jay-Z
stop the
and
bullying.
Beyonce. I'm giving him top props. I'm saying if he can do that, he's like a prodigy.
Like, plot twist, he is somehow Gaben's son.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, where were we? We're on Hatred, weren't we? So,
Yeah, we were.
Hatred doesn't look like a good game. It just looks like a game that everyone's really interested in and everyone's really going to want to play simply for the fact that other people don't want them to. I mean,
Yeah.
you can get on the comments section and say as much as you like about how it looks like it's going to be a good game, but I won't believe you. It hasn't come out yet, so it might be a good game, but that's yet to be seen, and at the moment I have really high doubts that it'll be anything other than a top-down Call of Duty where you kill non-combatants. That's basically my look on it.
Like, it doesn't even look top down like either, because you know in like
Isometric,
top down
man,
games how
yeah.
it's either like directly above or it's just a little bit to the side. This
Yeah.
is like it's a mixture of like third person and top down, which just looks really bad. It's like when you get Play-Doh
It's
and
like
then mix
playing-
it with something
like-
edible.
It's like playing GTA in cinematic view, but it's only one of the cinematic options.
Yes, that's legit it.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, so what are your final thoughts on Hatred, or is there anything else you think we should discuss?
On Hatred,
Yeah.
no, not really. I think that's really covering it, and hopefully when it comes out, it gets the money it deserves from the fan base that wants to play it and just doesn't want to be like 12-y bitches just being trying to be different.
Well,
So
yeah.
moving on.
Yeah, what's the next subject?
Next subject is Steam sale.
The Steam sale? Hold on.
Yes.
Alt-tab. I don't know.
Oh,
God. I don't know. What
It's funny
actually-
because I've actually got it open.
If I go to Steam for the second here, holiday sale started. And so far, I've bought 2 games, and one of them wasn't even for me, so it's not been a successful Steam sale. I mean,
Oh, it's been like mildly successful for me.
Yeah.
I bought Payday 2, the Game of the Year edition. That's a really good deal if you want to get Payday 2 with all its DLC.
You-
I also bought Goat Simulator, which apparently was the worst decision of my life.
yeah, it is the worst decision of your life.
I've also been trying to buy Age of Mythology, but I'm getting this really weird message that keeps popping up every time from it keeps saying unexpected error has occurred when I know there hasn't been because I bought 2 games prior today. So if you would like to talk about why Steam is either just dogging me or there's something wrong with it, please go
think-
right ahead.
I think it's just your card, dude. If it was...
No, it's not. It's not because like
Oh,
I
you bought-
used the card.
Yeah, you bought Battlefield
And-
and Origin. Origin's having a
Yeah.
sale as well, but I can't show you because some of the scrublaws are in my account. But
Yeah, like it's got it's got all the money and stuff on it. It goes through PayPal. It's got everything.
yeah, Steam hasn't been... I mean, Gaben hasn't been kind to me this Steam sale. All the games on my wish list are only like 10% off. But as you can see... the
Gaben's
reason-
been really kind to me. My actual boss, however, has not been.
Yeah, the reason I haven't bought any games is because I've already got 297, and that's just on Steam. I mean, on GOG I've got like a further 20, and on Origin I've got a further 30 or something like that. But
See, the sad part about this is like how the PC Master Race and the Xbox thing. I'm
Yeah.
totally an Xbox boy because I've got like every game I've like ever played in my life has probably been on Xbox at some point. So that's good. And then like on my actual PC, I've only got like 8 games, but I played like millions more than that.
well, it's good to see you've switched to the Master Race mostly, almost.
Well, for the most part, I will until I can get like some recording device to record Xbox. But all in due time. I really do enjoy playing a lot of PC games. I'm enjoying it a lot more than I used to.
Yeah, it's really good. Steam, and I guess this is good to talk about. This is the difference between console and PC when you boil it down. I mean, yeah, a lot of these games aren't brand new, but they're still cheaper on Steam than they are on Xbox and PlayStation and everything. I mean, I got BioShock Infinite for $7 in the last Steam sale, so that was Yeah, in the last Steam sale, which was Christmas last year, I bought this. And I actually got every Bioshock game, Bioshock 1, 2, and 3, for $7.99. Because that was the... I wonder if they've got... Yeah, see, the triple pack. This was on sale for an extra... I think it was like... I can't remember how much the percent off was, but it was on sale for $7.99. So I got three games.
Which is really good because when it's lowered, I think people like that have have a PC often will go for those sales even though they haven't played those games before, like just seeing how cheap it is.
Yeah.
And we'll just buy it. And like a good thing about that is that people get to try out really good games such as the Bioshock series. Like I really enjoyed playing Bioshock 2 and getting like I think 70% of the achievements in that game on my Xbox.
Yeah.
I haven't played Bioshock Infinite yet, but I'm probably going to get it this Boxing Day coming up.
Yeah. But I think you look at Bioshock Infinite, that you probably buy it now if you really wanted to. That came out what?
I could, but I don't have any money on me at the moment, so
March. That came out 25th of March. So last Christmas, that would have been at least 9 months after its release, and I got it for, let's boil it, 3 games, $8. I got it for at least $3.50. I can't do maths. I got it for like underneath $5.
Don't ask me what math is. I'm in math too.
And if you go to like EB Games or Game, this is Australian prices, so everything's going to be 10 times more expensive here as well. So, yeah, it was a good deal.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It was a good deal. And as you can see, my Steam game list is just too full. I don't need any more games. I have a pile of shame I need to get through, and I'm going to get through it one day. But yeah, the Steam sale has been really good.
The worst part about like the pile of shame is it's when people just get games and they don't intend to play them. I have an anti-pile of shame where it's heaps of games I haven't bought and I need to, and they're like, and most of them aren't even made anymore. Like, goddamn, it's like it's a really sad world for me at this point.
Oh man. But yeah, the Steam sale, it just ruins a man if you haven't already got a full Steam list like me. I've got the cure, and that's called owning games. But
yeah, it's really like Steam only affects you if you have a small amount of games. If you have a large variety of games or a multiple of consoles, then you won't be as subjected to it. If you had a small selection.
Yeah, it's pretty much
I
how
think
it
that
goes.
made sense.
I'm just going to do a village rush while I'm finishing up the podcast, because I think that's all we have to talk about, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That was pretty quick. What was the time?
About 50 minutes last I checked.
Oh, that's pretty nice for the first go.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. So we're going to get better at this, because I know we weren't very good right now. We sort of went off topic a lot. We'll get better at doing podcasts.
Well, I don't think it's bad that we went off topic. Because those topics were good and, funny in a way. I can say that we probably should get better because I can tell from my end that I was getting interrupted by family members, which was kind of hard to stay on topic. And also Steam was dogging me, so,
Yeah, plus there wasn't really a lot to talk about. All the stuff we were talking about was sort of old topics that you've probably already heard before. It was just our spin on them, but it's been a slow news week.
It really has been.
The idea behind this podcast was going to discuss recent events and release one every Friday. But, yeah.
So we can wrap them up from the week. Also, since this will be released on the Friday of the Christmas week, it's pretty slow and most of the stuff would have been Christmas related. And by the time you're listening to this, you'd probably be sick of Christmas by that point.
I get most of my news from Inside Gaming, to be honest. And they're taking a Christmas break, so there's been no dailies. So I had to being attacked by wild animals. Shit. But
well then,
we'll get better at this. We'll start discussing more stuff. But if you did like what we were talking about, let us know in the comments below or like. If you didn't like it, then just dislike. Be a dog.
Don't tell them to do that because that's going to be like all the comment section. It's just going to be like, you guys suck. Don't do this again. Listen, and then there's going to be like heaps of dislikes and shit.
Doesn't matter. If there's lots of dislikes, then it just means we're going to be part of the Sith.
Oh no, that's not going to be good because because the Sith on YouTube is like because PewDiePie's the light side of the Force, and then Toby Games is the Sith, and I really don't want to be on his side. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let me just do a plug, and then you can wrap up the podcast or
a plug?
LadCast.
Okay.
Yeah, a plug. mention your shows. Okay, so this is coming out on Friday. Tomorrow, Biscuit Plays will be out. That's because that's Saturday. Nothing on Sunday, and then we return to the regular scheduled shows on Monday. So yeah,
I get
that
to
will
get
be good,
drunk
and
on
hopefully it's
Monday.
yeah, you'll get to see the pilot episode of Alcoholics Anonymous with Kyle here, and then on Tuesday after that, hopefully his hangover isn't that bad, and I will be playing Minecraft. So
It'll be pretty
yeah.
bad. It'll be pretty bad. And I'm also starting recording of my From the Vault series. There's no villagers left alive, right? There's a sheep and a guy. But yeah, I'll be starting my From the Vault series, and that's hopefully going to be entertaining for a while. It's just a villager.
Yes,
here.
hopefully.
Basically, what I'm going to be playing first, I'm going to be playing, what is it, Swedish? I'm not sure. It's called Xenos 2 or White Gold War in Paradise. It's basically like Far Cry, but European.
Don't give too much away because we want to keep that for the actual episode.
Yeah, it's alright. It's just going to be bad voice acting in it because it's going to be English dubs. But from what I've heard, it's been a good... From what I've heard, it's a good game. So yeah, I hope you're looking forward to that. If you're not looking forward to it, then just don't watch it. Or actually do watch it and complain about it, because as long as the views are high, then I'll be happy.
Man, Kyle, never knew you were a view whore. Never knew that.
Swings and roundabouts, my friend. Anyway.
Oh, all right then. Let me just wrap this up then.
Yeah, you
all
wrap
right,
it up.
So okay, so hope you've enjoyed. Go watch the other shows on the channel if you want. Next Friday will be another episode of the LadCast, hopefully with more members or special guests. If not, then it's just going to be Kyle and myself. All right, lads, have a good day.
Have a good day, guys. Ciao. And game on.